Hello, everybody. A warm welcome to you. My name is Najia. I'm a psychic medium, and my channel is called The Dancing Oracle with Najia because I work with the dance of energy. I'm also a Middle Eastern dancer for many decades, and that has been my greatest passion for so many years. And I am just more recently opening up to the public in the last, several years, a little pre-pandemic time, opening up as a psychic medium and disclosing that to my friends, family, and students, who all my students have always suspected that. But anyway, I thought I would enlighten you today about the differences between a psychic medium, a psychic, and a card reader. They're all very different and they work in different ways on different dimensions. But to the average person who doesn't understand it, it'll all look the same. It'll all look the same. So I'm a psychic medium and I work on many dimensions, not just this level, right? I work on different dimensions at once. I work with your guides and my guides together, and I work with your angels, and very often I work with your loved ones on the other side. Um, that is not a guarantee. That is not my area of expertise, but I will say that 30% of the time, your loved ones come through. They will speak through me. And sometimes they're touching me. Very often they're touching me in different places in a way that they comforted you, and they're showing me how they comfort you. Um, a psychic kind of just works on this dimension, and they can see into the future on this dimension. So, and a card reader works with the tarot deck, right? Or oracle decks, right? Now, they will know the vast meanings behind the symbolism. And there are 78 cards. And if that particular card reader also reads reversals, that's double the amount. And it takes years and years of study and dedication and fascination with the symbolism and the meanings to understand them and properly do a reading for you. They don't have to be psychic to do a reading, okay? Now, psychic mediums like me and psychics, we often use cards. We don't have to use cards, but it does become a very reliable way to see the story of what's going on in your life. And a psychic medium will also get a lot of physical sensations when there is a connection. And a psychic medium will have access to many different psychic gifts, like clairaudience. That's what I have. I have a lot of clairaudience, listening on the inner, getting messages, as well as clairvoyance, seeing visions. Um, Seeing auras, I also have been seeing auras since I'm a small child. I thought everyone could until I was a teenager. I didn't realize it. And, there's different things like touching something. If somebody were to bring something to me in person, I don't really do that many in-person readings, but I can feel things get impressions, and I can smell uh, people from the other side. They'll give me a scent when they come in. You know what? And many gifts that a psychic medium can have on many dimensions we work with, and many levels and layers to get the full picture. And if you were to book a reading with me, I offer basically two types of readings. There is a 25-minute reading called Validation from Spirit. I start with a 10-card spread. I do more, I do more cards. I actually start with pulling single and card blends, like 3 cards at once or singles, before I look into the reading. I just want to know nothing about you. I don't want to know your question yet. And I just want to see if the guides come in with certain cards and certain meanings. And I just tell you, I like doing that like a cold reading. I don't want to know nothing. Don't write to me what you want to work on unless, I already know you. I prefer you just wait until the guides come in, and then we can say, are we connected? They'll give me the they'll give me the validation. And then after that, I do a classic 10 card spread. I look at the bottom of the deck as well, a few more cards and clarifiers. But that validation will tell your story about what's going on in your life now, your problems, what you're working on, what to expect in the near future based on the current energy about what you're doing, and the long-term future. It's kind of like a validation, like, are you doing what you want to do? Is life turning out the way you want it to in the future? Right? And I'll say, good job. And if it's not, oh my God, we got to turn this around. And that's why I really prefer doing the deep dive. I offer a big discount on the deep dive, and every once I offer a big special to get a massive discount on the deep dive, because that's what's going to help me help you to change your life for the better. So I need more time. 25 minutes is not enough to help you understand really what's going on and how you can shift that energy for the better. So in a deep dive, I start out the same way. I get the clarifying from the guides. I pull, like, the guides will clairaudiently tell me to pull 1, 2, 3 cards at a time. And I pick up images. I also go clairvoyant as well. I look at the cards. I look at the traditional meanings as well. And I just listen on the inner. Sometimes during that process, your relatives will come through. And that's always a hoot. When that happens, it's always very intense. Um, but you'll get some knowledge. I'll say, am I connected or not? Am I connected to your issues? Because if I'm not connected, you know, it's no point in going any further, and I'll just, work on giving her a refund in that 5 minutes. Okay. But then once we know we're connected, and I will often get a message from spirit, like I'll ask a question about those cards that showed up, and then I'll get these electric shocks through my body or chills. That means my vibration has met the spirit's vibration, and it's a yes. So I'll ask that question out loud as I'm saying the reading about the issue, or I'll say something that I'm getting from the reading as if a statement of fact, and I'm trying to test, is this true? And then I'll get that hit from spirit, and it's like, yeah, that's true. You're on the mark. And then I'll hear from my client, yeah, spot on. And I always feel good. Good. I love hearing spot on. That's what a lot of people tell me. And then I do the full spread, which gives me an outline of what's going on in your life. Currently, what's the main issue? based on your current energy, what are you creating in your life? Because we are all creators of our own lives. This is not like a proclamation from me as a psychic telling you this is how your life is going to go. It's most likely based on your consciousness and your actions. And I can see all of that in the cards. It's amazing what I can see. I don't tell you everything. I have to be delicate, you know. If you're having an affair or something, I got to be delicate how I say things. So, um, I see a lot. I see a lot. So, anyway, I can see a pattern if it's constructive or destructive to you. Now, once I see the pattern, I'll identify everything and some of the actions you can do based on the themes in the symbolism in the major arcana and the everyday cards and the court cards. They give you a lot of advice because they're so rich in symbolism. And then often that's when I'll take the questions from you. You know, once we get the whole thing, sometimes people interject with questions right away. It's okay. I can go with the flow, right? But when I do that, I'm able to help you. And then I'll say, you know, sometimes we know the answer, right? We know what to do. But sometimes it's a little foggy, you know, and it's hard for people to shift. It's really hard for them to say, oh, this is what I need to do. Or I'm not getting a clear enough picture, you know, and I need to see more. So I'll take out a whole different deck. It'll have all the same meanings, but it will just be a different artist. And you know what's really crazy? I'll pick the same cards very often. I mean, what are the odds? 78 cards, double the positions because I do reversals. And then I'll get the same, like not all the same cards, not all 10, but I'll get like 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10, often in the same positions or same meanings. I get the same meanings. It's so amazing that spirit will come through for you. And everybody has a team. That's the beauty. Everybody has a team. There's more on the other side behind the veil than there are humans on earth. That's the good news. And they're there for you. They're really there for you. And they want to come through. It's like awesome. And I love doing it. I can't do it all day because it takes a lot out of me. But you know, I reserve a certain amount of readings each week for everyone because it is powerful on me. And I help you. And the deep dives are where I get to help you because I educate you how to shift your energy. And if it's a regular client or someone that's used to psychics and understanding, you know, what to expect, it's also why I'm making this video because I want you to understand what to expect to get the most out of a reading, whether it's with me or someone else, because you understand, right? What this is about. It's not anything to be afraid of. It's not like, oh, I got these things that are fated to happen to you. Some things are somewhat fated because you made an agreement before you came here to experience certain things. But for the most part, you got free will and you can create with your energy, with your thoughts, with your words. Everyone can manifest. Everyone can manifest. We do it by default. Do you want to manifest by default, manifesting things you don't want? Or do you want to manifest what the life of your dreams? And that's what I love doing with the deep dives. I like to help guide you for the life of your dreams, or, you know, even to know about some people in your life that may not have your best interests at heart. I've had some people say, oh, you know, you're right about all this, but not that. And then they'll book me a reading with me a couple weeks later, like, Najia, I can't believe it, you were so right about that person, you know, and they were doing this and that. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. You had to find, you know, how to experience that. And it's hard. But I helped them see it, someone that was gonna harm them, or a situation that was harmful, and that's what I'm here for, to help you enhance your life, to change your life for the better, and I'm not here to tell you how your life is gonna go and that you have no choice in it. I'm not a fortune teller, you know what I mean? You create your life. The power is not in my hands, the power is in your hands and our creator, right? So nothing witchy, nothing scary, very spiritual, very connected. Angelic help comes in. Your guides are definitely there. If you open up to them, I open up to your guides. And I ask my guides to help you too. So if you have any questions about psychic mediumship, psychics, um, card readers, put them in the comments and make sure, help me out, hit the like button and subscribe if you like the content here. I have a lot of cool guests that come on the channel, other psychics. I love inviting other psychics on my channel. And what I often do with your comments, I'll talk about them in my live stream videos. I'll go into depth answering general comments like, hey, what does the number 333 mean? Or when I keep seeing 1111, or, tell me something about my sun sign and tell me about, psychic stuff or how to develop my intuition. Something that would benefit other people, not do a personal reading for you through the comments. All right. All right. Take care, everybody. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be here for you.